Since I've started so many videos right here at Dollywood. Oh, I did a really bad angle. There's a tree right there. There's lightning rod with a lot of steel track. I think it's like 2/3 steel, 1/3 wood now. It's not a full wood coaster anymore. But I'm interested what it's gonna feel like with steel. So that's where we're going first here. Ah, sweet Jesus, 60 minutes. It actually looks pretty sick with the metal track on it. Shiny there. They've been on one train most of the season, so I'm assuming that's what's happening again this time. So bad news, queue's full. We're all the way down on overflow. Good news, 2 trains. There's one leaving the station and one on the brake run. So hopefully they're actually operating at a decent pace today. Due to the current staffing environment, on-ride photos are unavailable to be taken at this time. Shed some tears. Okay, so check this. They had the overflow queue open, but this room's closed. And this is the room with all the theming and the TVs. I'm so confused. It's almost our turn. Also, operations have been pretty fast. They've been dispatching like maybe 10 or 15 seconds after this train gets to the final brake run every time. And our 1 hour wait has only been like 30 minutes, so I'm not complaining. All right, we're back at the entrance. We got our ride on lightning rod. We're heading out of here. Just kidding. We're taking the shortcut up to Timber Canyon to ride Thunderhead, 2 wooden coasters to start the day. Lumberjack Jam Band's back. That's unfortunate. If you come to Dollywood, I recommend this pizza restaurant. It is some of the best personal pan pizza I've ever had. I'm not even joking. Here's Redone Mystery Mine. Here's a new track. They left the old track there though. I really don't know why. But the old track looks better, so last time I was here, I didn't get to spend a whole lot of time in Wildwood Grove. So now it's our time to spend some more time in Wildwood Grove. Last time I rode Dragonflyer, it was at night in the dark. So I want to ride it during the daytime. That's what we're gonna do. Check this out. Compared to last time when Nathan and I were here, oh, holy guacamole. This whole thing was full. Not today. Before I put my phone away, here's the station. It's even kind of dark in here even during the day. Dragonflyer is surprisingly intense for like a family ride. So what was your first time ever on lightning ride? How was it? I really liked it. I'm surprised. I was scared, but that she wasn't going to like it. But it's so good. But with the steel track, it feels basically exactly the same as it did before. Can't attest to that, but people said that. I didn't believe it. There are a few bumpy sections on the wood track because it's wood, but like you really can't feel the transition or anything. So yeah, as I've mentioned in many other videos, I've never ridden a Larsa flying scooter, so we're riding Mad Mockingbird here, my first one. I hear good things about these from coaster enthusiasts, so hopefully it lives up to expectations. Here's what I really wanted to ride last time I was here. Black Bear Trail. Oh yeah. It's kind kind of cute, actually. Best family coaster right here. Dollywood has a lot of bests. Here's whatever this is. There's even a trim brake on the drop now. It used to be much steeper and not have trims. But there you can see there's a little bit of the old horseshoe turn. They left that for some reason. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. Why? They left the other half the same. I don't know. We'll ride a little later. It's got a 40-minute wait, and we're hungry. So, earlier, off camera, we did a speed round road every ride in Wildwood Grove. Except Brooke didn't ride Frogs and Fireflies. She was scared, I guess. It's a really terrifying ride.
No.
Yeah, all the rides were fun. I would say the best are definitely Sycamore Swing, which is their pirate ship. Brooke likes pirate ships. And Dragonflyer. I say those two because those are the only two that are like adult comfortable. You can fit adults into both of those rides, Sycamore Swing and Dragonflyer, very easily. Everything else, it's a tight and uncomfortable fit, and I don't really want to ride anything else here again other than those two, just because it's not the most comfortable. This is our new for 2019 food restaurant, where we're going to come get lunch, Till and Harvest. Pete Owens described this as Imagine Chipotle, but Smoky Mountain style. So we'll figure out what that means. It's nice in here, very nice. Super long line, as you can see, but I don't mind because it's really hot today and it's decently air conditioned in here, and the aesthetic is really nice, pretty, kind of relaxing to hang out in here. I really like the Wildwood Grove aesthetic, and it shines the best, I think, in this new restaurant and the outdoor dining area. So as you progress, here's the menu. You can see you pick a bowl or nachos, and then you can pick a rice, a bean, and a protein. So not a very complicated menu there, pretty simple, not very many options, but that's usually a good thing in a theme park restaurant like this when you're trying to get in and out. I also have some seasonal items, which right now is cheeseburger and chicken tenders. Doesn't seem to match the food theme here. Anyways, so kids meals, and if you want chips with guacamole or queso, there's some absurdly priced chips with guacamole and queso for you, and fountain drinks. I believe it's a Coke freestyle machine, and that's what you got at Till and Harvest. Hey, look, now this seasonal favorite, not on the menu, chicken and waffles. And this place is so thematically consistent. Thunderhead finally opened to riders. We've been watching it go while we've been looking for food here. I'd rather be in that line, but it's all good, I'm hungry. So I take it back, no freestyle machines, just regular soda fountains, which is weird because they have freestyle machines in all their other restaurants, and this is the newest one, but whatever, I guess. Unfortunately, there's no indoor seating at Till and Harvest, but they have this very expensive outdoor seating area that's actually really nice. I love the aesthetic here. They do have heaters for the winter, but no, they do have fans for the summer. They just don't do a whole lot here. Here's our food, our nachos here. It's pretty normal nacho bar. Got, rice, beans, chips, queso, lettuce, cheese. They had a few other options as well that I did not get on our nachos. I think we basically got the exact same thing. Similar taste, I guess. It wasn't the most expansive nacho bar in the world, but it was fine. It's nachos. It's Mystery Mine time. We're gonna find out what this new track design out here feels like compared to the old. Also, they took down a lot of the theming around the bridge last year, and they haven't put it back. They have misters going all up the stairwell, and so there's just very decently large puddles on the stairs, which is kind of annoying, but misters would be nice, except it's already shady in here, and it's not even the hottest part of the day right now. It's a little bothersome, but it's funny. I don't think those were here last time I was here. For some reason, it looks like operations are really slowed down here. There's some really long gaps between trains. There'll be two trains practically right on top of each other, back to back, and then none for a while. If I remember right, this ride is capable of a double dispatch if they set it that way, as in they dispatch 2 trains at once, and the ride system just holds one of the trains for 10 or 15 seconds to keep them spaced apart. I've never seen that feature used before in person, but it looks like that's what they're using today, since 2 trains will come like so close together. But then like here there'll be nothing for a while, so I don't know if they're having difficulties loading or what the deal is, but yeah, real slow down somehow. Oh, here comes one. It'll come down. See how close behind the other one is? Should be like right after this one goes back in the building. So that's kind of the new section where they've redone it. It used to come off this bridge straight into a beyond vertical drop. I now have a less steep drop. I'm thinking that turnaround there should be more smooth than the horseshoe turn that used to be there, but it's hard to be exactly sure until we ride. I'm just mostly concerned about this drop because I loved that original beyond vertical drop, and yeah, here comes the other one like right behind it. So I think they're using the double dispatch feature. I just don't know. Let's watch the train numbers. That was train 2. I'll see what the next train that comes around is. See, try to figure out how many trains they're actually running. I made this comment before about how like anytime there's any kind of queue with an overhang, people feel a need to throw hair ties, coins, rubber bands, bracelets, apparently water and soda bottles, whatever they have, just throw it onto said ledge. I really don't understand that. Ride attendant over here with take a minor helmet is my hero. Mystery Mine is a little bit on the rough side. It's a little uncomfortable and janky, but I still had a lot of fun on it. It's one of those rides that even though it's a little rough, it's because of the theming and everything, it's a lot of fun. The new drop, it's definitely not as good as the old drop, but it doesn't ruin the ride for me. And the that turn is much smoother than the old horseshoe turn that used to be there. Second half of the ride, awesome as always. First time on, what did you think?
There were definitely parts that I was not expecting, to say the least.
Wow. All right, we're gonna ride Thunderhead now because it's back open. So Thunderhead recently finished a major retracting project that they were about halfway done with last time I rode, and that was awesome. So I have high expectations for the completed retracting here. Okay, Thunderhead today completely blew away my expectations. I don't know what I was expecting, but whatever retracting they did, it was like really smooth, at least compared to Kentucky Rumbler that we did about a month and a half ago. That was really smooth and definitely just as like intense, probably a little bit more airtime even. So after I rode Kentucky Rumbler, I guess it was just because I hadn't ridden the ride in a while, but I thought Rumbler might be a little better than Thunderhead. Nah, Thunderhead's better. What do you think?
Yeah, Thunderhead's better than Kentucky.
She thinks Thunderhead's better as well. But people do not know how to walk through here at all. They don't have a clue. Anyways, Thunderhead, excellent. We're walking back past the entrance now, as you can see. We're gonna go look at the way that lightning rod and then see about some other more obscure rides that I haven't ridden in my many times being here. So join me for the journey. See, look, they have Coca-Cola freestyle machines in here. This is much older than Till and Harvest. Anyways, we just need some water. Unfortunately, to get water here, you have to wait in the main food line to get a water cup and then go wait in the soda line. So it might be a second, but at least we got some air conditioning because it's hot. It's very hot. Rockin' Roadway. Lightning Rod's line was a little too long for us right now. So we're gonna ride their antique cars here. It's called Rockin' Roadway. Entrance. Here we go. I've actually never done this one before, but it's cool. As you can see, it's very well themed. Unlike, oh, it's loud in here. Unlike most parks where your antique cars are like old Tin Lucy's or something, these are like 1950s convertibles. A little bit of a different style. Also, contrary to what it would appear, this building is not air conditioned. It is a little bit toasty in here. So fair warning there. So as you can see, it's kind of a dual load station here. You pick your side, or as I say, pick your fate. Then they load both sides separately and dispatch. This is neat. The line's moving faster. It's got a nice 1950s garage in here. It's cool. The main queue needed some updating, but this area looks nice, as is. Every car is like a different color and a slightly different style too, so you never know exactly what you're gonna get. Yeah, they play like 50s music in the car. Speed limit 65. I don't think we're going 65. There's no gas pedals on these. Yeah, it just kind of goes by itself. You're really just doing the steering. And there's a horn, but as you can hear, fairly audible. So here's their used car store. It's kind of how it's themed. So it's a nice 1950s car road. There's a lightning rod view up there. And we kind of go down and under. Yippee! Bumpy. Yeah, lots of theming through here. It's a really interesting view of Lightning Rod's final turnaround from this angle. It's kind of the only place in the park you can see it from this angle. So there you go. No crossing. There you go. Up there. Kind of back up again. I think that was the best antique car ride I've ever ridden. They call it Rockin' Roadway for a reason. It's blasting that 50s music for you. Both in the queue and on the ride while you're driving. What'd you think?
I liked it.
Yeah, just the music, the theming. Yeah, the only downside is you don't get to control your speed, but that's just for like the way this ride's designed. Unlike a lot of other antique car rides, it is completely computer controlled. So they have to do it that way to keep the cars spaced out so that the dispatch system works. But it all pays off because that's a great antique car ride. My favorite. Swicky Mountain River Rampage is one of those rides that looks really nice and then it's not. You just kind of get wet and miserable. Rapids have never really been my thing, but it sure does look cool here. Going up to Owens Farm here, which is a part of the park that's kind of tucked away. One of the parts that some people don't know is here. We're going up here because I have never ridden an S&S Scream and Swing. Barnstormer here is their S&S Scream and Swing here at Dollywood. Have not ridden one of these before, so I'm excited to give it a try. So here's what the queue looks like, if anybody wonders. Also, they're only running one side. You can't really see because the camera won't focus, but there's blue and yellow. They're only running blue, not yellow. I actually don't think I've seen them run both sides in a very long time. Anyways, it's a decent queue, so we'll see how fast it goes with the only one side running. It's really hot and sticky in here because the fans are turned off. Dollywood, turn on your fans. Barnstormer quick review. I expected it to be more thrilling than it actually was, It was kind of nerve-wracking watching it go. When you're on it, it's not that bad. You get a bit of airtime, pirate ship style. That's about it. It goes pretty high, but you're moving fast, swinging fast enough while you're on it. You don't really notice. What do you think?
Yeah, you don't really realize how high you are.
Yeah.
You just can't look at the ground.
True. Breeze from it when it comes by. Dollywood tip number whatever the heck, and this kind of goes for any amusement park. If you get a water cup, keep it. Then if you find bottle filling stations, you can fill up your water cup without having to go wait in the ridiculously long line to get another water cup and then the long line for the soda fountain. you skip 2 long lines. And staying hydrated in a hot day like this is very important. It's getting like hot, more and more hot outside, so we're gonna ride Blazing Fury because it's indoors. Should be air conditioned, or at least shaded from the sun's heat. And it's only about a 20-minute wait, so this whole outdoor queue section's new. Was not here last time I was here. Good thing they added it in, because it was much needed. The indoor queue here is very short. That's where we came in. Now it's the station. It's weird to see it open, because in the winter they have like a plastic shield door thing to keep the heat inside. It's not a thing during the summer. Anyhow, it's kind of fun once you get in there. It's a very old, classic style dark ride with a few little drops at the end that make it a roller coaster, so. Right now they're dispatching faster than trains can get back, so. Okay, I had completely forgotten that this year, actually, no joke, RMC came and put iBox track on the end of that ride. And I remember hearing that and being like, what? Why? But actually, that was awesome, because I was bracing for the ride to be like kind of painfully bumpy, because it usually is, but it was butter smooth. It felt just like literally riding in RMC coming into the ending there. So great job with that, Dollywood. In terms of like the special effects and the kind of the scenery and stuff, some of that's looking a little bit not well cared for. So I think the overall the show scenes in a little tender love and care. I'm not saying redo it. The classic element's important for this ride, but a lot of it's kind of starting to fall apart a little bit. But overall, they did a great job retracking the ride this year. So very comfortable experience. We are going again, experiencing this Dollywood classic once again. I forgot to let you guys know or remind you guys, this is actually the only opening day Dollywood attraction still in operations. It's working that way for the park. We're going front row this time. Okay, clarification on the Blazing Fury iBox track. The first drop is, there's 3 little drops at the end. First drop is still a little clunky, so still hold on and brace yourself there, because the iBox track doesn't actually start until the second drop. And we rode front row, and you can actually see, it's kind of cool, when you ride front row, you can actually see where the Blazing Fury track transitioned to iBox, and from there on out, it's a butter smooth ride. So I guess that's a little tech demo on what an RMC family coaster would feel like, and I think it definitely has a place, so we'll see which park puts one in first. But now it's time to ride Wild Eagle, because Brooke wants to. It's a fun ride. So here we go. We'll see how long the wait is in a second. 25-minute wait, not too bad, and they usually keep this one moving pretty fast. It's a B&M. It's a very high, super high capacity ride. So off we go. It's a very fun, very smooth ride. Just after riding Thunderbird, it's not as good anymore. But it is what it is. It's still a fun, it's definitely this smoothest ride you can get on a thrilling steel coaster here. So if that's what you're into. We're on our right wing here because they assigned the sides. They didn't let you choose. Hello, Wild Eagle Maintenance Bay. They left you open today. Also, there's Blazing Fury showroom where the ride takes place. You can't really see it from any other space in the park other than right here. And there's a cabin up on the hill. Bridge over pond. We like that. Anyways, Wild Eagle was good. I mean, nothing mind-boggling, but it was a fun ride. I think a lot of the coaster community gives it too hard of a time, and sometimes I gave it too hard of a time too. It's a fun, enjoyable ride. Nothing amazing, but fun. You also get some of the best views of any ride here. The only ride I think would beat these views would be Dropline, which is like the only ride here I haven't ridden yet, I think. We'll see if I get to that. I'm usually not a huge drop tower person. Anyways, back to Lightning Rod we go, because it's currently reading as a 10-minute wait. So that's why we kind of just booked it over here the second we got off Wild Eagle and saw that. There it is. 10 minutes. We'll see if they're accurate or if they're not. They also have a single rider line. I didn't know that. But I would rather not. Oh, someone's phone got busted up. This is the line. It's just on the stairs. Maybe a little longer than 10 minutes, but. Aunt Granny's had like a 30 to 45 minute wait just to be seated. We don't really want to do that, so I'm gonna go find something else to eat for dinner. Also, while we were in line for lightning rod, I saw another coaster enthusiast there who was talking about how disappointed he was with his first ride on lightning rod and how much he liked Steel Vengeance. So I told him I actually liked lightning rod better than Steel Vengeance, and I thought he was going to have a heart attack. That was funny, but it all comes down to personal preference. I don't dislike people that like Steel Vengeance better, but there are also plenty of people that like lightning rod better, so it's what it is. Ah yes, barbecue. This'll work. Yes it will. I mean, we ate a late lunch anyway, so I guess it makes sense. We'll eat a smaller dinner. Got a barbecue sandwich so we can compare it to Beach Bends later. There's some really interesting cuts on there, french fries, and a soda. Another complaint with Dollywood is my favorite park, but that doesn't mean they don't have issues. They don't have Dr. Pepper at either soda fountain we've been to today. Barbecue stand and Till and Harvest did not have Dr. Pepper. If I remember correctly, I think there is Dr. Pepper in the freestyle machines. So hopefully tomorrow we'll go to a restaurant with a freestyle machine. We've seen them today. We know they exist, but... So that was about everything I expected from a barbecue sandwich. And that was it. How was your barbecue sandwich?
Yeah, right here.
I like barbecue sandwiches. That was the stock barbecue sandwich. Anyways, off to Country Fair we go. It's my favorite Dollywood sign. Not was shot and shot was not. In this case, it's better be shot than not. All right, moving on. Welcome to Country Fair, not County Fair. People say County Fair all the time. It's just wrong. It's just not the right thing to say because it's not. All right, we just got off of Skyrider. It's not a tall swing ride at all from what you can see, but it was fun. It was just nice, kind of relaxing ride. It does have like a lever to adjust the fins to supposedly swing in and out like a Larson Flying Scooter. And they don't work at all. I think this is a Chance Rides model. They did a bad job. The lever in the middle doesn't do anything, but it's just a fun, relaxing swing ride. We're back in like the back corner of Country Fair now with 3 rides that I've never done before. And I want to leave here having ridden everything in the park. So what do you want to start with, Brooke? We can do teacups, dizzy disc, or flying elephants.
Let's start with flying elephants.
Okay, hopefully there's no maximum height on here. It doesn't look like there is, so nope, we're good, my friends. It's time to ride the amazing flying elephants, which is definitely not a Dumbo ripoff in any way. I have a really bad feeling about a ride literally called Dizzy Disc, since I don't do super well with nausea and motion sickness, but we're gonna do it anyway. I've heard good things about these Zamperla discos though. Several parks have them. Haven't ever ridden one before, so time to give it a try, see how dizzy I actually get. About to board. Here comes the train. The track comes right here. Wow. Luckily I got on there before the line got long. That was pretty much a walk-on. As you can see, the line's coming out the queue now. Brooke didn't ride, but my dizzy disc review, my main concern was nausea. That wasn't a problem. It was in no way, I didn't find it dizzy or nauseating at all. It was actually pretty fun as a ride experience. It was just the restraint system and everything, very painful and uncomfortable. Because it presses on your back and your chest, and it makes it really hard to breathe, and that's kind of painful. And then if you're a guy, it has your privates shoving into the ride forces are shoving your privates into a pole. It was 2 levels of painful. So the actual ride was fun. I mean, you're just kind of just flying all over the place is the best way I can describe it. And that's a blast. It's just very uncomfortable and painful. So I don't think I'll ride again because of that. So I hope they can Zamperla can find a way in later iterations of this ride to improve the restraint system. Because if it was actually comfortable, it was a really fun ride. Also, our operator was awesome because he was kind of talking the whole time, hyping up and everything. I like when they do that. All right, we're doing lemon twist now, which is like teacups. Brooke will be joining, but we're not going to spin a whole lot because we don't want to get sick. Both of us have a low motion sickness tolerance. I love the idea of a country fair here, though. Just make a country fair that's much better maintained than any other country fair you'll ever come across. Yeah, that works. That was actually a sort of underwhelming teacups ride because the main platform like barely spins whatsoever. It's really all up to you to spin, and we didn't want to get sick, so we just kind of spun a little bit. Anyways, it's funny because when I did it at Holiday World, the main platforms got spinning pretty fast. It barely moved. There's absolutely no way I'm gonna be able to fit on any of these. I just want to look at them. They're all the little kitty rides. Just back in this corner. I never came over here before. You can see some backstage areas. Piggy Parade is closed, probably a staffing issue. You can see Busy Bees and Lucky Duck. But those are the kitty rides. It's like a tamed down frogs and fireflies. If you are at Dollywood and you're an amusement park person that likes like the carnival games, they're all in Country Fair, kind of mostly toward the front here of Country Fair. A lot of them are closed right now for staffing issues, but a few of them are open. If you're interested, this is where they are. Demolition Derby time. Brooke likes bumper cars, so we're gonna do bumper cars for Brooke. It's like the Beach Bend one where you have to go one way, but they've actually put a little barrier in the middle. It kind of forces you to go one way. Literally all of the Country Fair, like restaurants and snack stands, everything back here is closed for staffing issues as well. Just kind of feels dead back here. Forgot how disappointing Demolition Derby is. Like, Beach Bend, I'll compliment Beach Bend. Beach Bend has the best bumper cars I've ridden. These were like really slow and really padded. And because it was so slow and padded, you didn't really get any of the like collision bounciness that's fun about bumper cars. Which, I mean, I guess it's safer this way, but like, bumper cars, come on. And also they kept getting stuck in like traffic jams on the front. It was just not as good of a ride experience. It was obviously tailored more towards younger kids than a lot of other bumper cars. So if you're older, maybe steer away from these. What'd you think?
Yeah, I would agree with everything you just said.
Yeah. One more ride before we go to get cinnamon bread, which is Village Carousel, which is the only ride in the village other than Dollywood Express. A lot of people don't know it's here, but it's a nice looking carousel, and it's not traveling, so let's go take ourselves a ride. All right, we rode Carousel. I don't like love carousels as a ride experience. They're just like such a like classic amusement park ride that, you know, you gotta check them out. So we did. Carousel?
I loved it.
All right, here's the cinnamon bread line. Not as bad as Nathan and I were here last time. And you know, you just gotta get cinnamon bread. It's like a classic Dollywood thing. You know, last time Nathan and I were here, the line was too long. We didn't get cinnamon bread. And that's probably why the world went into a pandemic. It just all fell out of order because we didn't get cinnamon bread. So we're gonna correct that mistake now. Once we get our bread, we're gonna go over by Red's to eat it because there's like a charging station there, and I gotta charge my watch and my phone, but mostly my watch. And then we're gonna try to get a night ride on Lightning Rod. Sunset's around 8:45. And Lightning Rod closes at 9 in preparation. They have a few rides closing early for whatever reason before the drone and fireworks show. So Lightning Rod's closing at 9. So hopefully we can squeeze in that night ride. That'd be fun. It smells so good in here. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the goods. Time to go sit down near Lightning Rod to eat it. Sun doesn't seem to be going down as fast as I hoped it would, so we'll see how our night ride ends up being. But hey, the lights over here are coming on. This would be a good place to watch the sunset as the lights come on, because the whole area looks pretty cool in the dark. Probably the coolest area in the park to see in the dark, in my opinion. The only thing that really competes with it is Timber Canyon, because there's some pretty cool light packages on Thunderhead and such. This phone recharging station is kind of janky because all of the most power bricks are bigger than the outlet spaces are, but you know, at least it's here. We went ahead and got in line just in case they closed the queue a little bit early. What's up? But hopefully it'll be dark by the time we ride. It was like mostly dark by the time we got on, like you could still see the track and stuff, but that was a nice hint at a lightning rod night ride complete. That was so good. For some reason, I guess it just keeps getting loosening up as the day goes on. But if that was definitely the fastest ride on it. We also got back row. Like they just straight up assigned us back row, which like never get that lucky. So that was awesome. So it was a little bumpier in the back row. It feels a little bit more like a traditional wooden coaster on those wooden parts. Even some of the steel parts were a little clunky, but it was all worth it in the end for the best roller coaster. Sorry, Steel Vengeance fans. All right, we're not 100% done here yet because they have their drone fireworks show. So even though the rides and restaurants are closed, we can still go up to Wildwood Grove to watch their drone fireworks show. We kind of saw from the top of Thunderhead where they were like staging the drones up in the clearing behind Wildwood Grove. That'll most likely be for their next big attraction. Right now it's a drone staging area, so. I mean, I say this about any amusement park, but it looks so cool at night here. Look at how they have Mystery Mine lit up. The blood red sign. Mystery Mine's lit up slightly differently every time I come. They keep changing the colors and stuff. And there, my friends, is drop line lit up. Kind of change this light package a little bit as well. I like how they have the aerial flashers to warn airplanes, where they kind of just look like part of the ride's light package. That's clever. It's really crowded down here, and just walking down to get a look at some of these rides at night. This Wildwood Grove has some of the coolest, some of my favorite light packages. Also, you can't see well from here, but Thunderhead looks pretty sick as well. Look at all these fireflies in the trees down here. And there's Dragonfire over there. It looks fantastic. Thunderhead, not as good of an angle from here, but anyhow, might be about as close as we can get just because of the crowds. Oh, there's something going on over there. Here come the drones. They look like fireflies. They're making a flower, I think.
Okay, I have good names.
Wow. Uh-oh. Wonder where this one's going. Oh. Oh my. Bringing out the story here.
Looks like it's flying.
Technically it is flying. They're all flying.
Yeah. Right. This is.
Oh, okay. Nope, they're back. I don't think they're going back down. Bye-bye, guys. See the drone part. No, they're not. I'll leave it. Fireworks we got.
We got Roland Easton shoe.
Did I drop something?
Dropping out.
I decided to leave that entire drone light show in there just for you guys, so you can see the whole thing from watching the vlog, although I might go upload that separately. Sorry, I realized I forgot to record like an outro to that vlog, so even though it's been several months, I'm recording that right now. Had a great first day at Dollywood there. We were back the next day, so look for that vlog soon. I'll probably be editing that one next and getting it up next of day 2. And yeah, stay tuned because there's going to be a lot more Dollywood stuff coming soon now that I've going to school in Knoxville. I'm going to Dollywood all the time, so I got plenty of videos coming up, so stay tuned. Bye-bye.